Abusuya for 50 last week mo by nsem pi na nam social media man for edi ho komo a nyema for Kenya na say asori a ne din e the resurrection power ye sofo boache e de da no na nsem e ne ye ka e fa ne ho na ye ka sofo nanka sel nimpom ne ho nsem a nsem bia beti e social media ne say resurrection papa no yare ebi se wo enya no kre ne ho eden ye den na kire so yare amanfo kra sebe ene ewuto a bebe na ball no enya aseketo a Saturday etwemu idi amanfo kire ma oh wonti news no yesi papa na resurrection ne dia no sebe we free mu na nsem ba ye asafo na kasa ba pontin ne ma ne yire kra ba pontin be kasa di media fo atem ke kan se bi se de ma Ghana fo mo boni kunu ewuto obra sebe wote ase na sebe bi boni enya ento na busuafo yeah, the whole updates every one I said the whole news baby in every more platform is so I mean okay say concerns baby na man for asha see a raising na ye statement be a Nigeria and as a wife e make ye na say kwesi ade ya so record so a ye maami e begina ye popetachi e wo altar so dey nsem bi tuja e no make his statement na Ghana for e bi say and based on in someone ye maami aka and I say some if na no aba no or patch we saying as a trend saying ni meaning ne saying just say amanfo shada anti ase se maame no e kan nsem bi etesa na me pese wonya botre na yentie na yenhwe this particular video ni yentie nsem a maame edit to dwa na enu achi no wonso wahu ne obeka na ase wahu ne wonso ubenya ana ne obefa asemi edi afri
amen. Etina botre the train. A men's ministry in the church. Yamia Yaduma, as I say, Yagumpa Bosunti. A member Nina Samba, a Juada, I could see a fiada. Say, you papa, Yanampa Boneta. Boboye.
Abusuafo enti na just say Sunday no ya maami ye preaching we ya na obegina altar so no dey announcement nyina to no chire ma men's fellowship no aya papa na hia wo na nsemi wo ho ye onu mo ka onu onimo wontimi nka enu nti ne sa no ombekọ asori fiti juada kwesi fiada say they say enyumre so ne mo kọ no omo aninim a omobebo mpaye sa na mpaye bo na mo kọ akọbọ no sesebi ye hu papa ye njain paibo ne nsembo etaitoa papa sibumu ye na mafo sha se say sa eho kakra na ye ma meka say ye hu papa animu a ye njai empaibo no ade papa etukwan ya na nsen amanfo holidays yi wokobi ya na ade no woko ne ma me wanko ehefa poti e no wa te say questions no ba na baba tie de ye ni hu anuji age say bia resurrection akasa ene de ne yakosu ye bisa Papa we he.
First of all, no, Jack is saying, "Come, it's for the other for Munyina share right here on this particular platform." You see, in regards to this case, there are a whole lot of speculations are aquaso. I think one of the things I Ghana for APR, we shouldn't be foolish. Resurrection, a new generation chapel, and international, whichever name piano. Sorry, I wore Kaswa. It's one of the biggest church in Ghana. Also, a dom ne Sunday. What's a McCarthy Hill? Bass a bitrima a kohwa. At the point in time, you create bimufi say omuni branches, but you see, and we understand. See, our papanati over 121 pastors. He said we started BABA branches, which means a pan or training shield. The church is really big, thanks to Ninjuma pa and Yankopon. Obviously, who people say the man is God is supporting the man. Now let's look at the case very carefully. Beginning in Semnebaye, I feel say they did not handle the case well, and Intiana are escalated to this point.
The church.
Yes, we share message here. Me Bekaya in that Sunday or Beka in regards to the man. You see very clearly say. Is a friction going on between the management of the church and certain people and even the church members themselves. Assembly by no mame no eba out. What we heard and it's mame eba out a general podium so ka say papa no you could see him into the new kakra. Sebe papa ne yaria obusuya. We understand say one back me no a on ne yere a wu on a way, but mammy we no so the name by the eba our really more. This is the second one. Papa, yes, if you divorcing the first wife, yes, in the first wife,
Wo by.
So, woman ne buy no through her wabomodin a pushing ministry to the level, but seba pana yare no. I think it's the first thing that Uncle also Yenis Uncle also address the church. But coming out on the first week, Papa Namba say Papa you could see in Kakra, I think it's very bad. Somebody will also argue say they thought that the man was going to get better in the coming weeks, but we share the magnitude of Yarena and Yadi this year. Say malaria yewa, obviously we know in a week or two you can get better. A bit mekum, but you can get better. But say I really say near Russia or hospital me say untimi the bubu near the other. If it is true, say papa ni bubu because see an we can confirm say papa ni yare. Papa no lawyer abeka say papa ni yare. Yare your yare, but see utimi kasa. One case utimi kasa see utimi kasa.
Meaning that it was critical.
Yes, but see utimi kasa, which means getting a little bit better. But the BBC akoswa. And what sanka a year sorry hima ana so for mommy a bit na podium ekas papano or the new kusiana you could see hene. What happens is that it makes one more sorry no they feel like okay they are feeding us with wrong information at the untrusted journalists crying about so far now yeah sorry members dear because most of the media people most of the church people I know they got the news about Panic from the media, which is very, very, very bad.
Say we are fear and panic.
Which fear and panic. And secondly, when the news came out, the woman came out and saw journalists say, all of those things are not good. And now, preaching here, it only goes to confirm, say, Papa no sebi, or yariampa. But thank God is here is ultimately. But what happens is that, say, beginning, Obeka say, on yarina, itching, eba also yaria. Now, for the see a journalist for inquire for no yari into the now, pano timidi, sorry, kakra. Obi sand beto as paniwa. People will believe it because you see, and you will say, more, so you guys are not feeding us with the right information. And no tiana papano, Obi sorry, per eka say, papaniwu. Declare a dead bukulibun, a tea pimisano. Because a Kamako is sorry members, they were hiding it. Papa no yare, Muson yare. Musi see Papa Hene. That is number one. Secondly, Obiso because Papa Nibu. Because beginning information if public nearby and Kamako say no create among confirmation Papa Yare no. I'm sorry for na first moon can say Musi Kusini Hene. And Kamako is a momo ya trophy. And it makes the public believe in anything that goes on media and the digital space. And I think the PR, that's the public relations of such a big church, was not handled well at all. At all. BBC, you know, and I was say, yeah, sorry PR. A woman as of my micro also boss. Sorry PR and a address issues in a letter. Make up Pentecost, no. Your billboard say to me the letter beto BB course where the neighbor so changes. It didn't to reading into words of my micro was if you are not. I was a PR of the church, no air announce it. Elmo platform so say anything to Papa and kind one pie boom. But I feel no more buy I see we see him. I feel you see more about him.
Say and kind one pie boom.
I see a papa.
See or is a village yes in him.
Oh, please, that's a fallacy. The man is really sick. Let's not joke. Yare idea grow. Papa ne yare. But the fact so yare, no, I don't see anything wrong with it because obiate me yare. And Oshe, this instance, Papa no our yare no. To me, I'm not really sure because the man has worked consistently for over 18 years without rest. And this is yes, and this is one of the biggest mistakes these men of God do. These so-called men of God, because we can't so-called because people don't believe. So let me use this acclaimed men of God. Me can't being a man of God. I can't judge. Acclaimed because I'm not saying Yankupon. But we can't ask them say Yankupon flow be now here. So most of these acclaimed men of God, no, they do so much work without rest. I was happy when I saw Obiti say Paris Chapel boss, friend Ajina Swari going to UK, working and having some good time. Nice. Yes. But these people, Monday to Sunday, they are working. anopa Monday obeka koye consultation enumi obey service Tuesday the same Wednesday mbeko Thursday your friend is saying men's fellowship. Friday all night Saturday rehearsals in the Sunday cry ya pan so also could before no okoye after church service or okochre your friend say Bible school one man on a whole lot of things. The body and your machine relax. The more oh yeah I was sorry you queen him no. The Bianca was say what's snap back and enjoy you know. Not that day no. You'll be sitting back and I say Sebi uni hope when your case in fact if you stress the body you get this in return. Acquire a car. If you take a car on a too much mile without relaxing it, like we used to car 2 days non-stop, overheating betche. Because can you consistently without getting to cool down?
Can you crank a break?
Yes. So all of these things, no, your course, papa no, we be say my man say papa na you over 18 years, I didn't know one catch and say unrested. And this acclaimed men of God, one of the other mistakes of making is say, in their prime like this, they forget about everything. Say, time is not on our side, and they just act like they will live forever. Why am I saying this? Let me use TB Joshua. TB Joshua was very popular. Odi I insist here. Yeah, between 50 and 60 something. He didn't even reach 70 years. Yeah. But this man, the prime man, also in the beji didn't come. Obe cementing the foundation, squan. A yes, signal church of all nations. Anka papa was so did no. All of a sudden, yes, that's what I say, papa no. Oh, pretty kojina home. Okoye or dahosa. Heart attack. Or cardiac arrest said. Why should this thing happen? Because the man was not resting. The man was not doing periodic checkup. The man was not, because first time at TB Joshua Yari or call hospital no. Take in there or buy no. I believe the doctors will tell him to rest. First, now you Juma 7 times a week. See, and one in the swati. So at least work 2 times a week or even 1. But they go on. They are filled with Holy Spirit. Now at the end of the day, the health now. Holy Spirit will help, but you also have to help yourself. The other issue here is how these men of God don't plant their successes and their successes. Make successes and me party say one more baby di or my dear. Sorry enya hini. Sorry nye presidency I be vote elections. But I believe say as a man of God, baby a sofo eye Anthony Kwadwo Boakye do no. And can was say at least by now not sorry one or quite sorry Sunday as a member. Now omo be preach. I was looking at us of mame and videos. She's getting to over 60 and I say, she shouldn't be preaching. The young people, one more my heading. What's wrong? What it's let them take over. You guys will just come and sit there and just do the command. Trauma. What am I say? But to papa ne preach they be every Sunday be preaching. Preaching him so or baby a program and I crusade be sir. But immediately papa ne be news because they be no.
Or no uncle crusade.
Banka a dear papa no. Or sorry Sunday. Now I quite sorry. Now I'm be a preachy. I'm not saying it's greedy. And now suffer nketwa watiti omo no be mo preachy. E be a first second service of 1 of 2 of no dey share nipa or ya there. Now ono so ti hobia. You won't so papa correct me ba sorry be 1 month cry. Preach but hobby. That is it. Consultation. What will happen is the banisana you take some of the duties. You will not relinquish all the duties on these upcoming pastors. But JB. So you can take the consultation. Do you know consultation? Nipa do a konazo. Obia beso hum. Obia manye. Obia bekana manye. Mre.
Me how we preach.
Easy.
5 hours.
Exactly. They don't rest. That is why all of a sudden, why you just hear these men of God they die under strange circumstances. Archbishop Idahosa. Strange. No, and people ask why. The man was healing, but they forget, say, they have to heal themselves by resting. Resting is the first major step. And then you see where we've come. We just pray, say, Yankopon Papa day. Na ombuano. Nuntimi picture. But who say, Yankopon buano babaka. Babak. And Bayen who say, oh, your friend is see I'm a back in me bet trust you get debi. Remember you don't owe anybody so. You don't owe anybody allegiance and attack say obet say okay ujan na so and for obi ahun your health your life. See ano why you are na wa kwa humijim na wa ba ma asofun kitwan let them take over for the rest of the year. Don't preach, just go there and sit there. At least you say oba sorry dey bia you nim say your health never that time to recuperate fanya hoden. But obviously Ghana for yentifo we see Nyankopon bo anu nya hoden ka obeba back. Oh, God has healed you all right, but remember say u pushy something can happen all of a sudden bura na aje gon cry afi de oye ni hwea enyi yie. And this should be a lesson to this man of God. Rest. Me, I believe it's a ministry. Yes, to crawl back as he. How old was he before he left? 33 years. 33. So how long do you want to be a man of God? By 60 years, retire. Sometimes I watch these Kwadwo News and co. Now me say, oh, go for more. You need time limit, but there's a time you have to rest. Holiday, see, be relaxing. 1 month or so, go to church, don't preach. Let the people let them take over. Exactly.
It makes sense.
And the question is, okay, what if, God forbid, what if say this certain man of God, therefore we say TB Joshua, also we are not sorry automatically I can't say a anesa. People still say a call, but what this man of God is, yes, what this man of God forget they say. The way they operate the church around themselves and their name. So immediately you take these men of God out and their name out of the church becomes hanging and it becomes empty. And that is what we are seeing in regards to TB Joshua. People don't even know, say, fair I saw in Synagogue Church of All Nations. All they know is TB Joshua's church. Why? These were the mistakes the Catholic, the Methodists, the Presbyterians, and so did not make. They made sure said they did not center the church around themselves. Into a Pentecost pastor who are you will from Beshanai. But well, these people can transfer good. That is one thing these people do. And these ministries like this, the Lighthouse,
the one-man church's church. No?
Yeah, the Lighthouse, the Resurrection, the Perez Chapel, the ICGC. We want to see these churches live onto time. Because it's not easy for you to even get a member at your church. And what we want is the longevity and the sustainability of the churches. Say a bit more sustaining over a period of 100 years. Not that you can say, this is our founding father. It's a legacy that they are building. By the end of the day, if they center the church around themselves, what happens is that what happened? Automatically, it is very bad. One person I'm a member about who have done that thing and who have succeeded in doing that thing. Lighthouse Chapel International. And a little bit of Kwadwo Boakye. But Kwadwo Boakye in this time, no, or too much. I'm not saying that he doing God's work is bad, but on relaxing. I listen to his preachings a lot, but you should hold on. Bene sweet melody so preachy echna or school or share Bible school the next week or so back and Kodesh Kadesh is a Kodesh a whole lot adding rest. But some I make that word or try because you see no TV if Kadesh and I could the Okanishi not young pastors they take you over for like a month. That is nice. So I believe that is what Anthony Kwadwo Boakye should do. Obano ombesi sani mim. And the mistake people do is they use their posters too much. Resurrection, I don't really remember him say a bed being near there, but when they mention resurrection, the person's face I see is this man. Because stickers near the name the bosso. A man for sticker car shops near there, it's their belief. I don't have any issue with that. But the man has made the church centered on his name. It shouldn't be like that. The logo should be the brand. Because the logo lives. Logo doesn't die. Logo doesn't fade. And then Coca-Cola, it's Coca-Cola logo. I mean the way you cook. And then you check me Lighthouse logo. I mean the way a Lighthouse. And then you check ICGC. I mean the way a ICGC. Because the people have made the church a signature, a significant. It's you will not go anywhere and see if I say that one must on a Lighthouse Chapel. All you see is forgive me if I'm lying. Lighthouse a yellow cross as I saw you on my cross. Yeah. And you know That is not the same case for Anthony. I think they need to learn. I'm not the best, I'm not the wisest, but I think they might be brave or what. From you see, let me tell you something. People from afar, we've studied things. They be a dream of a sorry, and there are a lot of things we've seen. And make us so God will punish me because I'm talking against a man of God. Well, maybe in this case, I can be their God. And yes, may God say almost so me person may almost say, "Uncle, wait my family mu ayede." Akasa chem. Maybe I make us see ano. Uncle pon e family mu e question omo. But obviously, they'll come and tell you say, "Mu ye see auntie, but enya auntie." The man should take a rest. I think he should rebrand the church. The church is very big, and put certain things in perspective. Man, because honestly, God forbid if this should happen. If the man dies right now, what are we going to do to the stickers of the man? I'm asking you. Stickers be people amount for shop car. What are we going to do to the stick? What are we going to do with the giant billboards? Meanwhile, Sanke logo pet and our resurrection logo neka kapen with no church members fees. And no say papa ni ukra na. If you believe that the sticker is a shield for your business and a year we are, it can still be there. But papa ni wa na o sticker ebo konwa. Ebeka say ugusu ye ya na. What I say? That is why I think that the church need to take another focus and rebrand a stand and look at things critically. Or you can see also or popular people will talk about him. Journalists, that's their job. That is our job. So the woman coming out to use this foul and curse words, I think it was a bit ignorant. What I say? So in someone here can find one and that is why Bruni Free be PR, public relations, a big church like that. She have a public relations officer. Assembly by immediate send up lawyer and about the car assembly in time, It allayed all fear. Say papa is not really dead. We need people like this to talk about this issue. Remember being see. Okay, some Lighthouse, former pastor see Ekokoti. What happened is that Lighthouse brought out their representative. Omo PR said, "Oh no, yeah, Kasanina." That word most never spoke. The only time that word most spoke was through an apology letter. Or one can say release it to 2-4. This should be the step you need to follow. Why are they? I saw this song, but from afar, you never be brave. I think they need to work on it.
Okay, so your phone I said no, some ye mama ka no. You na ye guswa bompaye until see be who daddy no yin jampai bono.